Question 1. What is the primary purpose of the daily Scrum? A. To report progress to stakeholders and management. B. To discuss problems and assign tasks for the next 24 hours. C. To inspect progress toward the sprint goal and adapt the sprint backlog as necessary. D. To conduct an in-depth review of completed work with the product owner. Answer: C. To inspect progress toward the sprint goal and adapt the sprint backlog as necessary. The daily Scrum is a vital inspection and adaptation event for the development team, focusing on their progress toward the sprint goal. It helps team members synchronize their activities and identify any impediments that might hinder their ability to achieve the sprint goal. The team plans their work for the next 24 hours, collaborating on how best to move forward. This short, daily meeting ensures transparency and allows the team to adjust their plan quickly if needed. Remember, it's about team collaboration and self-organization, not just reporting. Question 2. A development team member is consistently creating technical debt due to rushed work. How should the Scrum Master address this? A. Document the issue and present it during the sprint review. B. Coach the team member and the development team on the importance of quality and sustainable pace, and discuss it in the retrospective. C. Remove the team member from the development team to maintain quality standards. D. Report the issue to the functional manager for disciplinary action. Answer: B. Coach the team member and the development team on the importance of quality and sustainable pace, and discuss it in the retrospective. The Scrum Master acts as a coach, helping the development team to self-organize and produce high-quality increments. Addressing technical debt and quality concerns is a team responsibility, and the Scrum Master should guide the team in understanding the long-term impact of such issues. This concern should be brought up by the Scrum Master, or the team themselves, during the sprint retrospective, which is the dedicated event for inspecting and adapting processes and team dynamics. Coaching promotes self-improvement and helps the team develop sustainable practices. Question 3. What is the role of the Scrum Master during the sprint planning event? A. To prioritize the product backlog items for the development team. B. To ensure the event takes place and that attendees understand its purpose. C. To dictate the sprint goal based on stakeholder input. D. To solely act as a scribe and record all decisions made. Answer: B. To ensure the event takes place and that attendees understand its purpose. The Scrum Master is a servant leader who facilitates Scrum events, ensuring they occur and that all participants understand their objectives. During sprint planning, the Scrum Master helps the product owner and development team collaborate effectively, ensuring they understand the what product backlog items and the how plan for the sprint. While not responsible for the content or decisions, the Scrum Master ensures the process is followed and removes any impediments to the planning itself. Their role is to facilitate, not to decide or dictate. Question 4. What is the main purpose of the sprint review? A. To conduct a formal acceptance of the increment by stakeholders. B. To gather feedback on the increment and adapt the product backlog. C. To inspect how the sprint went regarding individuals, interactions, processes, and tools. D. To demonstrate the completed product backlog items to the product owner for final approval. Answer: B. To gather feedback on the increment and adapt the product backlog. The sprint review is a collaborative working session where the development team demonstrates the increment to key stakeholders and the product owner. Its primary purpose is to inspect the increment and the product backlog, inviting feedback from stakeholders on what has been built. This feedback is crucial for adapting the product backlog for future sprints, ensuring the product continues to meet evolving needs. It's an informal meeting to maximize the value of the product through transparent inspection and adaptation. Question 5. The product owner is struggling to order the product backlog effectively. How should the Scrum Master assist? A. Order the product backlog on behalf of the product owner to speed up the process. B. Coach the product owner on techniques for effective product backlog management and clear communication. C. Inform the development team that they must take over product backlog ordering. D. Suggest that the product owner delegates the ordering to a business analyst. Answer: B. Coach the product owner on techniques for effective product backlog management and clear communication. A key responsibility of the Scrum Master is to serve the product owner in various ways, including finding techniques for effective product backlog management. If the product owner is struggling, the Scrum Master should act as a coach, guiding them on how to prioritize, refine, and clearly communicate product backlog items to the development team. This empowers the product owner to fulfill their role effectively, rather than doing the work for them or reassigning their responsibilities. Empowering the product owner is crucial for maximizing product value. Question 6. Which of the following is not a Scrum value? A. Commitment. B. Courage. C. Transparency. D. Focus. Answer: C. Transparency. The 5 Scrum values are commitment, focus, openness, respect, and courage. These values underpin the empirical pillars of Scrum: transparency, inspection, and adaptation, and guide the behavior of the Scrum team and stakeholders. Transparency, while a core pillar of empiricism in Scrum, is not one of the 5 specific values that describe how the team should behave. Understanding these values helps the team foster a healthy and productive environment, leading to successful sprints. Question 7. The development team is consistently missing its sprint goals. What should the Scrum Master do first? A. Extend the sprint duration to give the team more time. B. Encourage the team to commit to fewer product backlog items per sprint. C. Facilitate a discussion with the team during the sprint retrospective to identify root causes. D. Report the team's performance issue to their functional managers. Answer: C. Facilitate a discussion with the team during the sprint retrospective to identify root causes. When a development team consistently fails to meet sprint goals, the Scrum Master's role is to facilitate introspection and continuous improvement. The sprint retrospective is the ideal event for the team to inspect how the last sprint went, including their ability to meet the sprint goal, and identify underlying issues. The Scrum Master guides this discussion to uncover root causes and helps the team develop actionable improvements. It's about empowering the team to find their own solutions, not imposing changes or reporting them. Question 8. Who is responsible for ensuring the product backlog is ordered? A. The development team. B. The Scrum Master. C. The product owner. D. The stakeholders. Answer: C. The product owner. The product owner is solely responsible for managing the product backlog, which includes ordering the items to best achieve goals and missions. They are accountable for maximizing the value of the product resulting from the work of the development team. While the development team helps with refinement and understanding, and the Scrum Master coaches, the ultimate accountability for the product backlog's content and ordering rests with the product owner. Always remember, the product owner owns the what of the product. Question 9. What is the recommended time box for a daily Scrum for a 1-month sprint? A. 30 minutes. B. 15 minutes. C. 60 minutes. D. No time box, it lasts as long as needed. Answer: B. 15 minutes. The daily Scrum is time-boxed to a maximum of 15 minutes, regardless of the sprint length. This strict time box encourages brevity and focus, ensuring the meeting remains concise and productive. Its purpose is quick synchronization among development team members and planning for the next 24 hours. Keeping it short and focused helps the team maintain flow and avoid unnecessary delays, promoting efficiency and effectiveness. Question 10. During a sprint, a stakeholder directly approaches a development team member with a new high-priority feature request. What should the development team member do? A. Implement the feature immediately as it is high priority. B. Politely decline and direct the stakeholder to the product owner. C. Add the feature to the sprint backlog for discussion at the next daily Scrum. D. Inform the Scrum Master to add it to the product backlog. Answer: B. Politely decline and direct the stakeholder to the product owner. All new work or changes to existing work for the product should go through the product owner. The product owner is the single point of contact for managing the product backlog, including new feature requests. This ensures that the product backlog remains properly prioritized and aligned with the product vision. Directing stakeholders to the product owner reinforces their authority and protects the development team from external distractions during a sprint. Question 11. What does the definition of done provide? A. A checklist of tasks to be completed for each product backlog item. B. A formal agreement between the development team and the product owner on what done means for the increment. C. A common understanding of what it means for work to be complete and ready for release. D. The acceptance criteria for individual product backlog items. Answer: C. A common understanding of what it means for work to be complete and ready for release. The definition of done, DOD, is a formal description of the state of the increment when it meets the quality measures required for the product. It creates transparency by providing a shared understanding among the development team, product owner, and stakeholders about what done means for a product backlog item and the overall increment. This clear understanding ensures quality and provides a potentially shippable product increment at the end of each sprint. Think of it as the team's quality stamp. Question 12. Who is responsible for self-organizing and managing their work during a sprint? A. The Scrum Master. B. The product owner. C. The development team. D. All members of the Scrum team equally. Answer: C. The development team. The development team is solely responsible for self-organizing and managing their own work to achieve the sprint goal. They decide how to best accomplish the work, pull items from the sprint backlog, and adapt their plan daily. The Scrum Master coaches them on this, and the product owner specifies the what, but the how is entirely within the development team's domain. This self-management fosters accountability and efficiency within the team. Question 13. What happens if the development team realizes it cannot meet the sprint goal during a sprint? A. The development team should cancel the sprint. B. The product owner should cancel the sprint. C. The development team should immediately inform the product owner to negotiate and rescope the sprint backlog with the sprint goal in mind. D. The Scrum Master should unilaterally remove product backlog items until the sprint goal is achievable. Answer: C. The development team should immediately inform the product owner to negotiate and rescope the sprint backlog with the sprint goal in mind. If the development team discovers they cannot meet the sprint goal, they must immediately communicate this transparency to the product owner. The product owner, in collaboration with the development team, can then decide how to adapt the sprint backlog to best achieve the sprint goal or, if necessary, reconsider the sprint goal itself. It's a collaborative decision to inspect and adapt, focusing on delivering value rather than rigidly sticking to an unachievable plan. Sprint cancellation is a last resort, usually initiated by the product owner. Question 14. What is the primary function of the sprint backlog? A. To list all features planned for the entire product lifecycle. B. To document all impediments encountered during a sprint. C. To provide a forecast of the functionality the development team will deliver in the upcoming increment and the work needed to deliver it. D. To serve as a communication tool for stakeholders to track the team's progress. Answer: C. To provide a forecast of the functionality the development team will deliver in the upcoming increment and the work needed to deliver it. The sprint backlog is composed of the product backlog items selected for the sprint plus the plan for delivering them. It is a highly visible, real-time picture of the work that the development team plans to accomplish during the sprint. The sprint backlog provides a forecast, not a guarantee, of what will be in the next increment, representing the development team's best understanding of how to achieve the sprint goal. It's the development team's actionable plan for the sprint. Question 15. The Scrum Master notices that the development team is not consistently following the definition of done. What should the Scrum Master do? A. Remind the team that the definition of done is mandatory and enforce its adherence. B. Facilitate a discussion during the sprint retrospective about the importance and adherence to the definition of done. C. Update the definition of done to be less stringent and easier for the team to meet. D. Report the non-adherence to the product owner. Answer. B. Facilitate a discussion during the sprint retrospective about the importance and adherence to the definition of done. The Scrum Master's role is to ensure that Scrum is understood and enacted, which includes the proper use of the definition of done. If the team is not adhering to it, the Scrum Master should bring this issue to the sprint retrospective. This allows the team to inspect their process, discuss the reasons for non-adherence, and collectively decide on improvements to ensure quality and transparency. It's about coaching the team to self-correct and improve their practices. Question 16. What is empiricism in Scrum based on? A. Predictive planning and detailed upfront design. B. Transparency, inspection, and adaptation. C. Command and control management. D. Comprehensive documentation and strict adherence to plans. Answer. B. Transparency, inspection, and adaptation. Scrum is founded on empiricism, which means working in a fact-based, experience-based, and evidence-based manner. This approach relies on transparency, inspection, and adaptation. Transparency ensures visibility for all aspects of the process and work. Inspection involves regularly checking progress and deviations. Adaptation means adjusting the process or product based on what is inspected. These three pillars enable continuous improvement and flexibility in complex environments. Question 17. Who has the final say on the order of items in the product backlog? A. The development team. B. The Scrum Master. C. The product owner. D. The stakeholders. Answer. C. The product owner. The product owner is accountable for maximizing the value of the product, and this includes the sole authority over the ordering of the product backlog. While they may solicit input from the development team, stakeholders, or the Scrum Master, the ultimate decision on prioritization and ordering rests with the product owner. This ensures a single point of accountability for product value and direction. Question 18. What is the role of the Scrum Master regarding impediments that the development team encounters? A. To tell the development team how to solve the impediment. B. To remove the impediments themselves or facilitate the team's efforts to remove them. C. To document all impediments for review at the end of the sprint. D. To assign impediment resolution to a project manager. Answer. B. To remove the impediments themselves or facilitate the team's efforts to remove them. A key responsibility of the Scrum Master is to remove impediments to the development team's progress. This means actively working to resolve obstacles that are beyond the team's self-organizing capabilities, or coaching the team on how to remove them if they can. The goal is to maximize the development team's productivity and shield them from external distractions, ensuring they can focus on delivering the increment. Question 19. When should product backlog refinement activities occur? A. Only during sprint planning. B. Only when the product owner requests it. C. Throughout the sprint, as needed. D. During the sprint review. Answer. C. Throughout the sprint, as needed. Product backlog refinement is the ongoing process of adding detail, estimates, and order to items in the product backlog. It is an ongoing activity, not a formal event, and occurs continuously throughout the sprint as needed. The development team typically spends no more than 10% of their time on this activity. This continuous refinement ensures that the product backlog remains clear, well understood, and ready for future sprints, making sprint planning more efficient. Question 20. Which event is an opportunity for the Scrum team to inspect itself and create a plan for improvements to be enacted during the next sprint? A. Sprint planning. B. Daily Scrum. C. Sprint review. D. Sprint retrospective. Answer: D. Sprint retrospective. The sprint retrospective is the dedicated event for the Scrum team to inspect itself and plan for improvements. During this event, the team discusses what went well, what could be improved, and what they will commit to changing in the upcoming sprint. It's an opportunity for continuous improvement in processes, tools, and interactions, ensuring the team consistently optimizes its way of working. This self-reflection is crucial for long-term effectiveness. Question 21. What is the maximum duration for a sprint? A. 2 weeks. B. 4 weeks. C. 1 month. D. It varies, but consistently short enough to inspect and adapt frequently. Answer: C. 1 month. Sprints are time-boxed to 1 month or less. This fixed maximum duration ensures that the Scrum team inspects their progress and adapts frequently, promoting empiricism. Shorter sprints generally mean more frequent learning cycles and faster feedback, reducing overall risk. The consistency of sprint length helps the team establish a sustainable pace and provides a predictable cadence for planning. Question 22. Who is accountable for the increment and the product backlog? A. The development team is accountable for the increment, the product owner is accountable for the product backlog. B. The Scrum Master is accountable for both. C. The product owner is accountable for both. D. The entire Scrum team is jointly accountable for both. Answer: A. The development team is accountable for the increment, the product owner is accountable for the product backlog. In Scrum, specific accountabilities are assigned to each role. The development team is accountable for creating a done increment at the end of each sprint. The product owner, on the other hand, is solely accountable for maximizing the value of the product, which includes managing and ordering the product backlog. While the Scrum team collaborates, these specific accountabilities ensure clear ownership and focus within the framework. Question 23. A new Scrum team is struggling with cross-functionality and team members are only focusing on their specialized tasks. What should the Scrum Master do? A. Reassign roles within the team to force cross-functionality. B. Coach the team on the benefits of cross-functionality and collaboration, and facilitate discussions on how to achieve it. C. Report the issue to management to provide additional specialized resources. D. Tell individual team members to learn new skills immediately. Answer: B. Coach the team on the benefits of cross-functionality and collaboration, and facilitate discussions on how to achieve it. The Scrum Master is a coach for the development team, helping them to become self-organizing and cross-functional. Instead of dictating or reassigning, the Scrum Master should guide the team through discussions about the advantages of cross-functionality, such as reduced dependencies and increased flexibility. They can facilitate brainstorming ways to share knowledge and support each other, fostering a collaborative environment where team members naturally expand their skill sets. Question 24. What is the main purpose of the sprint goal? A. To provide a detailed list of all product backlog items to be completed in the sprint. B. To give stakeholders a clear understanding of what will be delivered in the sprint. C. To provide the development team with flexibility in terms of the functionality implemented during the sprint. D. To define the single objective for the sprint, providing coherence and focus for the development team. Answer: D. To define the single objective for the sprint, providing coherence and focus for the development team. The sprint goal is a short, concise statement that defines the single objective for the sprint. It gives the development team flexibility regarding the specific work needed to achieve it and helps them stay focused on the why of the sprint. All work selected into the sprint backlog should contribute to achieving this goal, providing coherence and a common understanding of success for the entire Scrum team. It's the unifying target for the sprint. Question 25. Who defines the what that the development team builds during a sprint? A. The Scrum Master. B. The stakeholders. C. The product owner. D. The development team. Answer: C. The product owner. The product owner is responsible for defining the what of the product, meaning they manage the product backlog, which contains the features, functions, requirements, and enhancements that the development team will build. They work to maximize the value of the product by ensuring the most important items are at the top of the product backlog. While the development team determines the how, the product owner sets the direction and content.